Even if Mavuto played very well, he failed to score a goal. And my answer is no matter how well Mavuto played, he did not score a goal.
Okay. We can go to number 3.
She said that she would meet the concerned parties that day. She said, in the inverted commas,
Mm-hmm.
she would meet all the concerned parties that day.
Okay. We go to number 4.
As soon as they brought the issue, my attention, as soon as they brought the issue to my attention, they left. My answer is scarcely had they brought the issue to my attention, then they left. My answer is scarcely
Who
had
is who
they
is that
brought.
one? Who is that one who is giving the answer?
No, it's me. I was first thinking it through, but Mama's gone back home. 1 year by the road.
Okay, I thought you are with someone else who's giving your answers.
No, it's just me. I was just
Okay.
whispering it.
Okay, you can go ahead. So you're saying scarcely?
Scarcely had they brought the issue to my attention than they left.
Okay. We go to
Question
number
5.
5.
We can only access the health post when the bridge is repaired. My answer is not until the bridge is repaired. We cannot access the health post.
Okay. We go to number 6.
Our anxiety increased as we waited outside the courtroom. My answer is let me just try and write it down.
Okay.
The longer we waited outside the courtroom, the more our anxiety increased.
Okay.
Huh?
I've heard. You can go ahead to the next one.
As Leo was alighting from the taxi, a bus hit him.
Mm-hmm.
My answer is alighting from the taxi, a bus hit Leo.
Okay.
You should settle the outstanding debts now. My answer is it's high time you settled the outstanding debts.
Okay. We go to number 9.
Both Mwape and Chalwe do not know their rights. My answer is neither Mwape nor Chalwe know their rights.
Okay. The last one.
I was surprised that the criminal escaped from prison. My answer is that the criminal escaped from prison. I was surprised.
Okay. There are some simple and small things that you have missed out. Just certain technicalities that we look into, which I'm able to tell that if you are guided properly, you are on the safe side, you will be able to do very well. There are just
Yes.
certain small technicalities that you just need to be guided. So um, let's just look at number one again. Are you able
Yes.
to remember the answer that you gave?
I said Frida borrowed him a plate.
Okay, correct. That's what you had said. Um, However, that is not correct. I want to give you another opportunity. Maybe you can try in a different way.
Maybe Frida had borrowed him a plate.
Frida had borrowed him a plate. Not really. You can try again.
I'm not so sure.
You're not so sure. Okay,
Yes.
so um, this question is that. Let me begin from here. When you are dealing with transformations or rewrites, you need to
Yes.
take note that we don't have a topic in English called rewrites or transformations.
Transformation. Right.
That you agree with me, right? There
Yes.
is there is never a topic as such where you will say, okay, today now we are looking at transformations, or today we are now looking at rewrites. That will never be there. So what is usually
Yes.
tested under transformations or under rewrites is a compilation or a combination of all the structures that you've been learning in English from grade 1 up to grade 12. You're following, right?
Yes. Yes.
So for you to be able to get rewrites correctly, the first thing you need to ask yourself on every question is, which structure or which topic is this particular question coming from? So that when you understand what the examiners are trying to look for from you, it will be able, I mean, it will be easier for you to be able to quickly pick the concept that they want you to bring out. The
Yes.
moment you cannot identify what the examiners are looking for, it will be very difficult for you to be able to answer it correctly, because you begin using general knowledge. You just try guessing it in this way, guessing it in that way, and you and I can agree with each other that the way English is, if you just want to depend on how is it sounding correct, you'll be totally misled. The reason is because our ears are wide open to a lot of wrong English that is mostly spoken by people. So, because of
Yes.
what we highly hear from people, if you want to rely on what you have heard, you are most likely to confirm a wrong answer as a correct one, because your ears maybe might have been hearing wrong things. I would want to cite an example of one of the common mistakes that we usually make when someone has been admitted. Do we say someone is admitted in the hospital, someone is admitted to the hospital, or someone is admitted at the hospital? Just a quick one. Which one would you go for? Admitted
Come
to,
again.
admitted in, or admitted at?
Admitted at.
Okay, so that is one of the common mistakes that we make, because our local languages usually use the preposition in. Our local languages usually use, which local language do you understand?
Ah, Luvale and Bemba.
Lovale and Bemba. Okay, so like in Lovale we would say vanamutumbika muchipatela, right? Natwamba ngwetu muchipatela, not so.
Yes, in the hospital.
So because of the mu, when we transition to English, it makes us to end up picking the same concept that we have in our local language and try to take it into English, and also say he has been admitted in the hospital. but that is not correct. While it is correct to use the mu in Lubale, it is not the case with English. English will tell you
Yes.
that for the word admitted, it is followed by the preposition to. So you're supposed to say admitted to, not admitted in. We are together there.
Yes. Yes.
But if at all you were to rely on most of the people, they would use the in, and the in. So what I was just speaking from that illustration is that even when we come to rewrites, you don't have to rely on which one sounds correct, which one did I hear maybe people using. There are rules that govern each and every question. And even something
Yes.
as simple as a comma would also cost you a mark.
Yeah, wrong.
Actually, under rewrites, if a question requires a comma and you leave it out, even when your answer is correct, if you are supposed to be
Be
given
wrong.
a mark, you'll be given half of a mark just because of that comma. If we don't need a comma, you include it. If you are supposed to have a mark, you just be given a half mark. That is the case of the rules of transformations. So let's get back to our question now. I was talking about number one, you should be able to identify the structure where the question is coming from. At least you should know what is it that the examiners are really, really looking for. So when I just look at question 1A, confirm if you are clearly getting me.
Yes.
Okay, so when you just look at question 1A, he borrowed a plate from Frida. What comes to my mind already is there are some words that we usually call confusing words in English, where we usually differentiate between the word borrow and lend. So already the fact
Yes.
that they have used borrow in the very first sentence, chances are high that they want to test your knowledge to see whether you are able to distinguish between borrow and lend. I hope you are seeing that time.
Yes.
So, before we come to our question, I would ask now from your end, what do you know between, from about these two words, borrow and lend? What do you know? What is the difference between borrow and lend? When do we use borrow and when do we use lend?
Uh, I think to borrow is like giving someone something and expecting it back. And then
Okay,
lending, I think I'm not very sure, but I think it's giving someone something permanent.
okay, interesting. Okay, I'm glad that you have some idea. So that is what makes it a challenge. If you already have a wrong concept, it means even the answer that you're going to have will totally end up being wrong. So the correct concept is that to borrow something, are you getting me?
Yes.
To borrow something is basically to get or to receive or to take something from someone temporarily with the intention that you will return it back. So when you as an individual, you get something from someone, you take something from someone, you receive something from someone, you are borrowing. Are we together
Yes.
there?
Yes.
And then let's picture the other guy who is on the other side. The one who is giving it to you, the one that is surrendering it to you, is not borrowing. That particular one is lending. I hope we are seeing the
Oh,
difference. Right?
yes.
So you who is
Yes.
receiving, you are borrowing, whereas the other guy, the other side who is giving it to you, that one is lending.
Lending.
Have you gotten the concept?
Yes, I have.
Then now the other thing that you need to know about these two words is that whereas the word borrow follows the ed rule when we want to formulate the past tense, borrow, we add ed, we form borrowed, right? When
Yes.
we come to the word lend, It is called an irregular verb. Those verbs whose past tenses do not follow the ed form, like the word write, you don't say righted. Like the word
Yeah,
bring,
written.
you don't say bringed. Okay, like the word speak, you don't say speaked. So that is where the word learned falls under. So if at all, as we are going to rewrite our sentence, we will need to use the word learned in its past tense. Then it will be required that we need also to know the correct irregular verb past tense of the verb learned. In this case, I don't know if you have an idea. What is the past tense of the word learned after giving you that background?
Learned.
Very good. So the past tense is learnt with a T instead of a D, right?
Yes.
So as we look at our original sentence now, we are saying he borrowed a plate from Frida. Why have they used from? The one who was doing the borrowing, the he in this case, is the one, was this one giving or receiving? The he.
He was receiving.
Very good. The he was receiving, whereas Frida was doing what? The giving, right?
Yes.
So now, since Frida is doing the giving between borrow and lend, which one deals with giving away?
Frida is lending.
Very good. Frida in this case is lending, meaning the moment I just see the word borrow in your answer, you have already messed up everything.
Yes.
I hope you are seeing that. So if I was marking your work,
Yes.
the moment I just see the word borrow, I'll even forget about your answer. I'll take it. This particular learner does not know the difference between borrow and lend. It ends there. So now
Yes.
that you have that concept, give me the answer. Frida,
Frida lent a plate to him.
okay. Frida lent a plate to him. Okay. I want you to reconstruct the ending part.
Frida lent him a plate.
Yeah, that one sounds more natural and better, actually best. So we are going to say Frida lent him what? We add the plate. So Frida lent him a plate. I hope you are okay
Yes.
there.
Yes, I'm okay.
That one you've understood?
Yes.
Okay, that's good if at all you have understood. Then the second one, we can bypass it because you got it correctly. Is that okay?
Yes.
We can skip number 2 since you got it correctly. We can go to number 3. She said that she would meet all the concerned parties that day. Are you able to recognize the topic where this particular question is coming from?
No, not really.
Okay, so that already gives it a challenge if you can't recognize the topic because you can't remember the rules. Like I mentioned, the number one thing for rewrites, ask yourself the topic where the question is coming from. Because the moment you realize the topic, all the rules that govern that particular topic are going to come to you. Allow me to make mention of this. One other reason why pupils struggle with rewrites is because of misuse of rules. You would find that the rule, for example, that I'm just from explaining to you about borrow and lend, instead of using it just specifically for that, someone will get that same rule and then go and use it on two different other words. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
So as we are going to look at this one, whatever rules that I'm giving you, they only apply to the topic that this question is coming from, which is the reported speech that has got the two types, the direct and the indirect speech. Are you able to remember those?
Yes.
You're able to remember direct and indirect?
Yes.
So, since you were not able to recognize this, I give you a challenge that you find time and go through those two topics. So, what you need to know is the underreported speech. This is a topic that deals with an individual reporting words that were spoken by someone else. So, when I
Yes.
utter some words and then you are asked to go and report those words to anyone, there are two different methods that you can make use of to go and report the words that I've uttered. You can either use one method, which is the direct speech. When you use the direct speech, you are going to pick the exact words that I
Exact
have used,
words that were
minus
spoken.
changing any single word. Very good. Whereas the indirect speech, this is when you get the correct and the exact meaning of what I said. Maybe you can pick one or two words from the words I've used, but you use your own words to express the same meaning that I have expressed. We are together
Yes.
there. So now,
Yes.
there are those rules that I would ask you to go and refer to in your notes that we need to follow when we are changing a sentence from direct to indirect and vice versa. In this case, is our sentence A in indirect or it is in direct speech?
I think it's indirect.
Sorry?
I think it's indirect.
Direct speech?
Indirect.
Okay, indirect. Okay, good. So it is in indirect speech, reason being we can't see the speech tags or the inverted commas. The fact that
Yes.
the B is starting with the inverted commas, that is to tell us that we should now say the exact words that someone said. So if sentence A is saying she said that she would meet all the concerned parties that day, should we also maintain the very words that are in indirect as we are coming back to the direct speech? The answer
No, we
is
are
no.
supposed to.
What are we supposed to do?
I think we say she said, then the first inverted commas, then we only say she would meet all the concerned parties that day.
Okay, good try. So there are
Then we put the
certain
other
words.
commas.
There are certain words. Get this one now. There are certain words that you need to look for when you are dealing with direct and indirect speech. These rules that I'm saying, please, they only apply to direct and indirect speech. There are certain words that the moment you see it, it is a must. You have to change it to a different version. I'll give you an example. If I am the one who is speaking and I say, I am hungry, okay? I'm the one who has spoken, it's not you. Then I say, I am hungry. It is me who has spoken. Then now you want to report what I've said using the indirect. You don't want to use my actual words. So where there was I, are you going to use I as well? You are reporting my words, not your words. Under indirect, are you going to use I?
No.
What will you use?
She said that he is hungry.
So where there is I, you have put what? He, not so.
He.
So meaning
Yes.
that if at all we were moving from the indirect bringing to direct, where there is he, we were not going to use he again because we are now bringing it to the direct. Instead of he, we will now use I. I don't know if you are seeing that.
Yes.
So such words, the moment you just see it, you need to be very careful. There is need of changing. Other words, include words such as if you find a word
would,
such as wood, that
would,
one has to change to what?
will.
Very good. Now you are able to notice. Try to check, is there any other word that needs to be changed there?
Maybe that day.
Very good. So that day changes to
Today.
very good. So that one changes to today. So are you seeing that your mind, your brain already have the answers, only that you were not asking it to actually look for the correct answers and use them?
Yes.
So that is why I'm saying the key thing, don't just guess. Remember the topic, remember the rules, then get those rules and make use of them. Because the moment you don't apply the rules, you will be guessing. And also, the moment you use rules that belong to a different topic, you will mess up everything. For instance, the same thing that we're
Yes.
just from talking about, if you are not careful, let's say we found a rewrite question which is not from direct and indirect, and in that question they have put the word would, then you just remember, oh, that day Mr. Kael was saying that when I see would, I should change it to will. And yet that question is not under direct and indirect speech. You are messing up things. So you need to know the rules and where to apply them and when to apply them. So let's
Yes.
continue with our question. We have said she should change to I, would should change to will, then that day should change to today. Give me the correct answer now.
She said, then in the inverted commas, I
Mhm.
will meet all the concerned parties today.
Very good.
Then we put the other inverted commas.
Very good. So another thing you just need to take note is whenever we are writing words in inverted commas, the first word should always be capitalized. Whether that quotation is at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a sentence, whenever we are putting words in the inverted commas, the first letter should be capitalized. So in this case, because we are
Yes.
using I, which is always capitalized, so I know even if you are writing, you are going to capitalize it. But in any other case where you find different words, remember to capitalize the first word. But your answer is now correct. She said that I will meet all the concerned parties today. Do you have any
Yes.
question on this one?
After we put the other inverted commas at the end of today, do we put a full stop or not?
We need to put a punctuation mark depending on the sentence. If it was a question, we use a question mark. If it was a sentence that is expressing an emotion in form of an exclamation, we put an exclamation mark. If it is a direct sentence, we also put a full stop. However, the full stop should come first, then the inverted commas. You don't put the full stop outside the inverted commas. So whether
Yes.
it is a full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, a comma, it should be inside the inverted commas, not outside. Is it clear?
Question 4.
Yes, so we can end with the question 4. Question 4 also was wrong from your answer. I want you to try and say your answer if you will be able to remember it. But I still remember your answer. If you forget, I'll give it to you. As soon as
She
they
said,
brought the issue to my attention, they left. Mhm.
yes, see, had they brought to, had scarcely had they brought the issue to my attention than they left.
Okay, thank you for being honest. That was the answer you gave me. And I'm saying it is not correct. Do you have any other idea of how you could perhaps express it?
Scarcely did they bring the issue to my attention than they left.
Okay, good try. Do you have any other?
Ah, no.
Okay, you now want to give up. Okay,
I'm
so
not having another.
this is the thing. Like I was talking about the issue of rules, eh? Every rewrite has got rules that govern it. So one thing I am happy is to see that you were able to remember that after the word scarcely, you should use what? Had, right?
Yes.
Which is a good thing. Then the other thing is I'm also glad that you were able to remember that after the first clause of this particular sentence, there is need of using another word which you introduce the word than, right? Which
Yes.
is good. I was able to tell that you were able to remember some rules. However, the only thing that made your answer to be wrong is that you used the word than, which does not go with scarcely. So now, having mentioned that, which word should you have used? If it's not than, which word should you use?
I'm not so sure.
Okay, so we have these three words: scarcely, barely, and hardly. Take note of those, eh? Scarcely, barely, and hardly. These, they all use when. Did you get it?
Okay.
Scarcely, barely, hardly. These they use when. So you say scarcely hard, this, when, this. Barely hard, this, when, this. Hardly hard, this, when, this. However, the words no sooner do not use when. Instead, these are the ones that use than. So you were using a word which is meant for no sooner to apply it to scarcely. Everything else was okay. The only thing is you got a correct rule for a different structure and you are using it on a different one, which made it wrong. So you can now give me the correct answer after giving you that explanation.
Scarcely had they brought it.
I've stopped getting you.
Scarcely had they brought to eat. No.
I don't know if it is network or you are far from your phone. I'm not getting the other part of the sentence. You can just repeat your answer. Scarcely.
Scarcely,
You're now clear.
scarcely had they brought the issue to my attention when they left.
That now becomes correct. Do you have any question?
Mm, I have not been able to.
Okay, if you do not have a question for today, we are ending here.